Good evening, everyone. Go ahead and pop on. This is going to be fun. I'm going to take this over to Facebook Live too, because sometimes it's just a whole lot easier for people. They're getting kids to and from activities. There's a lot going on. So I just want to make sure that we get as many people as possible the opportunity to be able to listen in tonight, because we're going to be talking about one of the most important topics in life, and that is peace, serenity, and tranquility, having financial and time freedom. So very important topic, obviously. And why am I the person here talking with you tonight about this? There's a couple reasons for that. One of those reasons is I don't think I really fully understood that many of us actually live our lives working 45 years and expecting at the end of that 45 years, everything's going to be great. We're going to vacation, we're going to own a beautiful home, and life is blissful. And unfortunately, that's not the true story, is it? And what happens is, you're 30 and then pretty soon you're 40 and then pretty soon you're 50 and now you're approaching 60. And you're just wondering, dear God, is this it? And what do I do now? And so there's a fear out there, and I hope to relieve some of that tonight. This may or may not be of interest to you. However, I'm going to encourage you to listen in anyway. And if you're a business associate and I've worked with you or partnered with you in business, perhaps you want to go to my Facebook page and grab this and share it over to your Facebook page, because I think the more the merrier. And I do believe there's a lot of people out there that we're connected to that could really use and would appreciate some inspiration, some encouragement. So tonight we're going to talk about sex therapy. Just kidding, but I bet that got a few more people to log on and listen. So I want to ask you a question. If you're listening in tonight, you're here for a reason. Some of you have logged on to Zoom. Some of you are on Facebook Live. Welcome, everyone. My first question to you is, if I could wave a magic wand and give you anything you wanted, what would it be? Would you ask for a better income? Would you ask to have more time freedom, more time with the people you love? Would you ask that your life could be more blissful and happier, more peaceful? Would you ask for more joy in the journey of your life? Would you ask to have some stress relief, take some of the pressure off of your life? Would you ask for good health, to be free of illness? Would you ask that every morning you could wake up and when your feet hit the floor, the devil said, look out, she's up, let's conquer this day? Or would you ask for perhaps a sexy body? I just want to look in the mirror and love what I see when I'm naked, right? So you are at sex therapy, you just didn't know it. So I joke because I do think it's good to have fun in life, guys. There's too much sadness out there. There's too much stress and there's too much pressure. So I sat back probably, I'd say a good 24, 25 years ago. And I looked at my life. I'm married. We have 2 children. We've got plenty of personal stuff going on, but we had even more serious stuff going on in our occupational, financial, and familial life. And I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't know what the options were. When you have no time and you have no money and you're already burning the candle at both ends, what are you supposed to do? So one looks into selling on eBay. These days, that's a big deal, right? Uber. A lot of people are just going back to school. Why? Because they're looking and hoping for something better. But you know what I call that? You go back to school, you get a new job. Maybe it's in your field, maybe it's not. But to me, it's like switching seats on the Titanic. They're all going down. So what are those options you've explored, you've thought of? Maybe some of you are hoping and waiting for an inheritance. I hope not. Some of you are thinking, I'm going to write a book and that will be my ticket to fame, right? Some of you are just wanting to get a part-time job. You're working overtime. You're working that second job, third job, and working to make ends meet. Half of that is just going to Uncle Sam anyway. The deal is today you can pretty much get a job anywhere. So this tends to be an option for people. What is the problem with every single one of these? It takes you away from focusing on what you asked for when we wave the magic wand, doesn't it? It takes you away from spending time with the people you love, from having peace, tranquility, serenity, and pursuing the life that you really, truly want for yourself. A lot of you say, I could start a business. I could buy a business. Maybe that's an option. I thought the same thing. And then I thought, what kind of a business can I start with no money and no time. So I looked at options for supplemental income. Just to get a traditional business, I was looking at $500,000. Yeah, I didn't have it. Startup business, $100,000 to capitalize just a startup business. A franchise, I mean, a little franchise, 150,000. Professional income, somebody who is a doctor, a lawyer, a CPA, 100,000 to 600,000, 6 to 10 years of education. And then what? And then they buy a house and they have children and then they buy a car, right? And really, truly, if you really look at the picture of life, we live at the quality of life we are accustomed to. In other words, you spend more when you make more. So you just broke at a higher level. And I know that according to the Dorney economic tables, 95% of you that are listening to me right now will be dead broke or still working when you retire. So why not just do what I did 24 years ago and close the mouth, open the ears and listen? Because again, it may not be for you, but this may be for somebody that you're connected to, somebody who you know is positive minded, forward moving, goal oriented, sick and tired of being sick and tired. They want to build an asset. They want something that will pay them the rest of their life, a sustainable supplemental income. They're looking for something wonderful to be able to pass on to their family. That's the person that I want to connect with. My job, with my background in human relations and psychology, working as top organizational builder and director with this company, meaning we've done quite well with the company, my job is to align myself with you, to walk through a small interview process, to qualify the right people and see if you are a candidate to be able to partner with and support you in getting things aligned. And I don't charge for that. That is a free consultation. So if you listen tonight and you say, listen, I've always thought about e-commerce. It's the fastest growing business in the world. Here we are, shop.com. It's a huge platform. We've got people specializing in wellness, people specializing in debt elimination, people specializing in cosmetics, skincare, people specializing working with health professionals. I hang my hat on all of them. I dabble in all of them, but my true specialty is being a professional entrepreneur, being able to align with the right people, teaching, educating, mentoring, and moving them forward alongside of what you're currently doing. That's the key here. My job is not to pull you away. It's to complement and come alongside of what you're currently doing the same way I did. I was working 70 hours a week. I had 2 children. I was behind on every payment there could possibly be. I had absolutely no time in my life. I already was messing with my priorities. And yet I decided I'm going to open the doors to this business because there was a major division of holistic health and wellness. And that was something I was extremely educated in, passionate about, and even more so now. Shop.com is a huge platform. It's very unique because there's an individual business owner behind each site. My name is on my site. The person who invited you tonight, their name is on their site. However, we don't need to be rocket scientists, genius, or technological specialists. You know why? Because we run exactly like a franchise. We don't do what you see on the left here. We're not a horizontal structure type company. We're not like corporate America. We're not like your typical home-based business. We broke the mold. James R. Ridinger and his wife, Lauren, in 1992, sat down and they released to the world a brand new way of doing business, binomial marketing strategy, building a vertical structure where everyone has the same amount to gain. And it doesn't matter what position, when you started, what your background is. What matters is that you have an above average drive to make more of your life. That's it. See, most people are missing out on the key elements to success, and that is being able to work with a concept called leverage. So what you need to understand tonight is there's a lot of people out there looking for a little side gig, a little side hustle. That's not what this is. This is a real business with a multi-million-dollar e-commerce platform where you can specialize in exclusive private labels, or you can just shop and get cash back as a customer through any store you're spending dollars at these days. Or you can be the business owner behind the site and actually get paid a commission, whether it be Kohl's, Walgreens, Walmart, or an exclusive product. Those are the questions you need to write down tonight and bring back to the person who invited you. Leverage and supplemental income is the key. See, Market America and Shop.com opened the doors in 1992, having a vision of one day being on a computer and allowing anybody anywhere to be able to order anything and get paid for it. This is exactly what we've done. So you, the entrepreneur listening in, I hope your ears are perked up a little bit and you're thinking, dear God, this may be for me. This looks like a viable solution. I will be the last one to try and convince you, because trust me when I say this, there is no bonus to you partnering with this company for any of us. What I get if you decide to move forward is I get another person to coach, mentor, and train in hopes that you turn around and make a success of your business. That's how my payback comes. So technologically, we're very advanced. We're just driven by very average, everyday people. The key to success is timing and trends. So if you look at what's happening in the world, look around you. The retail stores have been collapsing for many years. Rise in online sales, that's been going on for many years. It is the most predictable, successful business platform in the world. Everybody wants a piece of e-commerce. They just don't know how to get it. Can you imagine if you were with a company like this, basically, that runs exactly like a franchise without the pitfalls? We are not employees. We are owners. We are 1099 independent owners. One-to-one marketing beats mass customization. Why? Because people, frankly, are just so sick of being sold on things. They want to be able to pick and choose and buy customized for themselves. We offer that. And for all of you out there that are looking at being able to own your own business, you want to be an entrepreneur, maybe you want to just get the vehicle to give you the time freedom and the income to be able to pursue the things that are going to cost you money to be able to pursue, like wonderful hobbies and travel and mission trips and maybe working in ministry. Wouldn't it be beautiful to have the time and the money to be able to do those things? You can do that because this company has no paperwork. We are built on an amazing platform where the company takes care of all legalities, all negotiations, runs just like a franchise, systemization, standardization, uniformity. However, with a franchise, it doesn't matter if you're making money, which most of you probably already know. You're darn lucky if you stick around for 5 years with a franchise. And at that point, if you start to turn that business around to be able to make a profit, it is fantastic. You are very blessed. However, most people will continue to pay a royalty because they own that name or they have that name. This company, we pay you. You represent, you are the face of marketamericashop.com. You're the one behind the scenes and we take really good care of you. So for the first time in your life, you're not looking at some weird thing. You're not looking at some corporate position where you're going to be held back and paid only enough to keep you there. And you're going to work just hard enough to keep that job. You are looking at something very unique to the entire business world. And we have broken records in every industry in the last year. So that's got to tell you something. I had the absolute best year of my entire 24-year career in 2020. That's actually when I achieved the top organizational builder in the company. It's got to tell you something, guys. We're positioned correctly. So one of these things is not like the others. Worldwide, I think it's a valid question. How are we doing? 9.8 billion in accumulated retail sales. However, the more important number and the one you want to pay attention to is at the bottom. 5.8 billion in 5.8 billion of that accumulated retail sales is being paid back to us. We get paid very well as owners with this company with a very low investment. If you're wondering, oh dear God, this is huge, it's a big e-commerce platform, what must this cost me? Well, let me tell you this, it's not as bad as a bad night out on a weekend, okay? It's not as much as the cell phone you just bought. So it's a very low upfront investment. However, the beauty of it is you have a business platform. Don't let that stop you from asking questions. Again, if not you, who? 45-year plan, it's what most of us do, right? Go to school, get a job, go to work for 45 years, and it's all going to be wonderful, right? However, if you look at the Dorney economic tables, 95% of you will walk away dead, dead broke, or still working. Dead, broke, or still working. Rock on. Which one would you pick? I will take dead. Not even kidding. And I'll bet you many of you thought the same thing. Who wants to sit there at 65, 70 years old, struggling or greeting people at a big department store, right? The 5% that made it, 3 out of 4 of them got there because they owned a business. My first thought when I saw this information is, okay, I'm behind on my house payment, my car payment. I got credit card debt. Like I can't even make it check to check right now. And I'm supposed to what? Own a business? Absolutely. This was the option. For very, very little startup and no risk, I was able to open this business up. And now I've earned in excess of $18,000 in commissions a month. That's what I'm talking about. Being able to build to where you actually earn an income. And the only way you get there is by investing in the lives of other people. 2 to 3 year plan, that's exactly what you're set up for. In the 2 to 3 year plan, following the system that's been laid in place for you, very simple, introducing the company, introducing the products, and getting that education in. That's exactly what we do every single week. That's all we do. I would tell you that 2 to 3 hours a week is what it took for me that first year to be able to walk away from my job and build this. Within my third year, I had tripled my salary income with a job that required a bachelor's degree, graduated with honors, could have been making the same money at McDonald's when you figured it out. And a lot of you that are salary know exactly what I'm talking about. So I was finally getting paid what I was worth. And then it just continued to exponentially grow from there. You have to decide for yourself where you're at, what you want, and what kind of income are you looking for? What kind of time freedom are you looking for? What kind of plans do you have in your life? Remember when I said I would wave that magic wand and give you whatever you wanted? Those are the things that get the wheels turning a little bit so you can decide what it is you truly want in this life. You know, the one ingredient that almost everyone I meet with is missing is leverage. They're like, oh, Chele, I've got a 6-figure income, man, I'm making sales, I'm doing great. Well, when you stop that job, do they continue to pay you forever? Is it a sustainable, ongoing supplemental income? Probably not, right? If you've got a really, really big job, maybe you're one of the top executives, you might get a 6-month year severance, right? The beauty and the wonderment behind business ownership is that people have learned how to leverage. You can leverage people, you can leverage money, you can leverage time, or you can leverage all three. And that is me. I have learned how to leverage all three. And that's exactly what I want to be able to teach you to do. It's not based on what I do. It's based on what an entire company does. Product brokerage and internet marketing concepts are something that many of you have probably heard of, especially if you've really dug into business journals and looked at business concepts. Being a broker, kind of like Sam Walton did with Walmart, he brought products in and he sold them out at a lower price than other companies. What we did is we took a step up from there and brought in higher quality products. For example, the health and nutrition, over 5,000 physicians are carrying those specific products in their practices. Why? Because they are state-of-the-art, cutting-edge, science-based, clinically evidenced, comprehensive, and thoughtful blends. We have the internet base, so you can do direct sales if you want to. You can drop ship. Everybody can order right through your website that you will receive as a new owner with the company. However, being an internet marketing company opens up your website to the entire world, to cyberspace companies. Think about it, guys. Shop.com. Can you get a better domain than that? Probably not. When I decided to open this business, it truly was because of my love for holistic health and wellness. I love eating well. I love being well. I love meditation and prayer. I love living a very peaceful, tranquil life. I specialize in wellness, weight management. I do a little bit in cosmetics and baby care and skincare because I own them all. But I choose to specialize in certain exclusive divisions. These are some of the divisions we have. Some of you are working in the industry where you're doing lashes or makeup or skincare. Why not have a state-of-the-art, cutting-edge hotline of cosmetics and skincare to be able to serve your clients with? Some of you love sitting behind the computer, grabbing your phone, making a call. Why not work with our web solutions department? These are all 6-figure income divisions. Guys, you can build a 6-figure income part-time with any one of these divisions. The beauty of this is you can dabble in them all and they're all available for each one of us. How about in the bottom right, being able to take a look at where you're at with debt and working with one of our money coaches to be able to help you eliminate that and actually get your loans and your mortgages and things paid off in average 26 years less and $106,000 savings in interest. We have so much to offer because we brought these exclusive stores, combined them on shop.com with all of the stores that you're accustomed to shopping at every day, every week. Guys, this is the beauty of it. If you say, you know, Chele, that's pretty cool, I'd like to be a customer, ask the person who invited you to send you a direct link. In fact, ask them to go one step further and send you a direct coupon code because you listened in tonight. I think it's worth it, right? You took the time. We want to honor that. The other thing that I would say is go to their site once they send you that link and play around a little bit. Explore the exclusive markets, explore the over 3,500 partner stores that we have on there. Kohl's and Walmart and Walgreens and Sam's Club and Overstock and QVC and Bass Pro Shops and Groupon. You're spending money there. You might as well earn back cash back as a customer. You get a commission back as the owner. And this is what we call a shopping annuity, getting a return on the dollars you're spending. It makes sense. Right now you're spending the money. You're just not getting the return. Doesn't it make sense if you're going to spend the money to get the return? And this is a trademark term. You know, I've been doing this for 24 years. I have grown so much personally. I have grown so much publicly, and I've grown so much from a business and entrepreneurial perspective. This is not what I intended to do. In fact, my background is in psychology and human relations. I just thought I would end up working somehow as a practitioner. And, you know, I do incorporate a lot of my counseling skills into my practice with this business, because most people are held back by obstacles. They're fearful because they've got debt, they've got money issues, they've refinanced, they've gone bankrupt. They're scared, right? They're living in fear. And it's our job to show them a way out of that rut. There is hope. You know, when I first looked at this, the only thing I knew was trading time for money, working that 45 to 55 year plan. And I'm not afraid of hard work. I'm a Wisconsin farm girl. Bring it on. Doesn't faze me. I've been up since 2:30 this morning because I had some goals that I wanted to achieve today with some of the schooling that I'm doing. Yes, I'm adding in a few more things because I'm excited about life and what I can offer. 2 to 3 year plan was very interesting to me because I thought, you know, when I look at my children, how quickly they turned 2, 3, 4 years old, that went by in the blink of an eye. And I knew that if I could really focus and just keep the blinders on, I could build this business very part-time. To 8 to 15 hours would be considered full-time. I had to only do 2 to 3 hours because I kept working my 70-hour work weeks in order to keep the income coming in. And then my husband kept working while I built the business. Now, the most important thing tonight you understand is that we are not here to get you into something. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth. If I had to get you in, you wouldn't do anything anyway. You'd come in kicking and screaming, you'd be gone. What a waste of both of our time, right? There's no kickback for that. The important part is when you looked at this tonight, you said, this is intriguing, it's interesting, I do need to get some more information. Fantastic. You've got questions, we've got questions. The main thing I'm looking for is, are you coachable? I know what I'm here for. I know what I can offer you. I'm here to give, love, serve, and bring value to every life I meet. I'm here to offer this not only to you, but to the people that you may connect us to. And that may be the reason that you're here tonight, is to connect us to people. I will tell you this, most people, they're looking, they want, they wish, they hope, they don't do, they don't take action. The only difference between them and us is that we took action on something, even though we didn't fully know or understand what we were doing. And that was me. Try some product, attend an educational event. This is going on immediately after I'm done tonight here in 10 minutes at 7 p.m. Central. Jim Winkler is going to be presenting the rest of the story. This is the man who truly was the beginning for me. I went and I sat down and I looked at Jim and I said, I am scared, I am broke, I have no time, I have 2 babies, we've got trouble in every arena in life. I said, please tell me this is a real business. Now, Jim, coming from a background of being a vice president of sales for 2 major companies, he knew what he was talking about, he knew what he was doing, and he looked at me and he said, Chele, you are the right person. Allow me to coach you. Do what I say, even when you don't feel like it. If you can promise me that, I can promise you you'll be a success. And the rest is history. I did threaten his life that night, but he is still alive. If this interests you and you'd like to see the rest of this and actually see how the compensation works and the money comes in, because the smallest checks we get are $300. We get paid on Fridays. It's a direct deposit. So it's a true commission, and we earn retail profit aside from that. Ask the person who invited you, hey, can I pop onto that and just listen? A lot of us are getting ready for this. We're gearing up starting next Thursday. It is party time for us. This is a huge convention. We will be trained on technology, new applications, new customer things, new products that we're offering, what the corporate team's done, what's helping people in the field to grow and build, and what's coming and what's new. So this is how we get educated. And this goes on each 6 months where the company works very hard for 3 days to teach and train us. Ask the person who invited you. My name is Chele Bow. My site is chelebo.com. My email is cheletonybo@gmail.com. My phone is 920-319-0899. It is truly an honor to spend my evening with you. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time. That is a big deal. It's the best gift you can give somebody. So thank you so much, and talk to you soon.